And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray, along with Odie. And the weekend was so quick that our set people haven't had time to change the scenery in the back.
Yeah, I'm as big of a crew as you've got working for you. None of them work in the office. They're all reporters.
Yeah. They go. We'll get that fixed tomorrow as we bring in spring. What's our next holiday, Odie? What?
4th of July.
No, we got Memorial Day. Isn't that
yeah. Oh, I think it is. We got Mother's Day coming.
Yeah, Mother's Day may be the next thing.
Yeah, we got to take care of mamas.
Yeah.
My mama.
And then you'll have Father's Day before 4th of July.
Yes. Yeah.
We had to get out a calendar.
Guess, one that's got. Well, we got one right here. So April. Let's see what we got.
I think we're full on April, aren't we?
Yeah, we don't have anything on April. Then May, we got Cinco de Mayo. May 5th, and then May 12th is Mother's Day. Memorial Day is May 27th.
I knew it was toward the end of the month. And then June, you're going to have Juneteenth. That's going to be a federal holiday
That's
also.
a federal holiday, and I'm sure there's going to be
Father's
a big Father's Day is June 16th. Juneteenth starts Wednesday the 19th. We always have something real big downtown.
Yeah.
And then July. So, yeah, I'm about 6 holidays away.
Well, you just jumped right up there, too.
Yeah. Glory.
But the example is, this is, again, let me point this out. This is April Fool's Day. And I will not, for any reason whatsoever, answer the phone from anybody named Clayton today. It just ain't happening.
Go.
Because he'll get you.
He's...
Clayton Cobbler, wherever you are today, I am not talking to you on April Fool's Day.
Scotty Ray gets a call. Hey, we found a body. Where at? And he said, I'm working on that. And then all of a sudden he says, we found another one. Well, Scotty Ray gets going. Boy, he's got the computer up.
Get ready to grab a bag and go
get
out.
Everything going. And then Clayton says, I'll call you in a minute. We found another one. And Scotty Ray's over here done lit up. We got 3. And I got to find out where
and
this
no
is.
address.
No address.
We're 20 minutes into this conversation.
He's ready to hit enter and have this thing posted. And he says, "Here, what is the address?" And finally,
he goes, wait a minute. He says, you better hurry. The police are blocking it off. You won't be able to get in here.
He pulled up the map, and it was at the cemetery.
He got me, and I mean, he broke it off in me that day. That was about 3 years ago.
Yeah. Also said he did that stuff at Metro all the time.
I don't trust him. I'm just gonna tell you. I'm glad I ain't married to him. Lou, bless you. He is a prankster, but I'll give you this: he's good at what he does.
He is that now.
You know, there's just certain people that are better at it than others.
And he has definitely got the upper hand.
Yes, he does. We did leave off one. Confederate Memorial Day will be the last Monday in April.
Oh.
Totally slipped my mind there.
Yeah. What? We just got a bunch of it. It wasn't on that one.
Now, they omit a lot of things.
It's a Japanese calendar.
That could be it. Flip that over, see who give me that.
Todd Kemp.
Todd.
It was one of them Clarke County ones. They don't have enough holidays in Clarke County.
Todd Kemp.
Maybe Anthony's got a better up-to-date one.
Yeah, we'll have to check in with Anthony on that. Speaking of, let's go to Clarke County with one of our news stories that breaks from overnight Clarke County. This happened somewhere around 10 p.m. last night, Odie, as we found out that someone was stabbed in Clarke County. An arrest has been made as we pull this up. Clarke County Sheriff's Department, let's just click this and go there. As you pull up the story from the Scotty Ray Report, you'll find out that this was in the 2500 block of Highway 18. This is going to be east of the city limits of Quitman. A domestic dispute. We all know that those are never nice.
No.
As we get there, a male and a female went into an argument, and she just reached out and stabbed him in the head. Maybe we should call it a slice, a stabbing. But he was hit in the head with a knife. Charges are coming. Aggravated domestic charges is what most likely will be charged in this. He's going to be okay. She's going to have a little time there. It is my understanding if police respond to a domestic dispute, somebody's going to jail, right? If it's visible signs.
That is correct.
I thought so.
And then because of you get some of the women who go in there and drop charges. Number one, because the husband has already scared them. If you don't, this is going to happen. And because of that, now the person that's being abused does not file charges. The state files the charges. That way they can't be dropped. And
it is, you have to really put someone across that line of what they go through. That's got to be bad scary. And probably the biggest crime that we have in the United States, domestic, is constantly bickering and fighting in homes that police arrive at. Wouldn't want to do it. That's not my thing. No. God bless y'all all for what y'all do.
And then we've got, I don't know what the answer is because you've provided everything out there, but the other person has got to want it.
Yes.
And a lot of them go back to that same abusive relationship and get caught up in it again. And I know it's a lot to deal with.
It is.
And just all we can do is say prayers.
I was asked by the committee that we never let you do this again. We went to a birthday party, surprise birthday party this weekend. After about 3 hours, we're getting ready for the food to come. Everybody's starving, and someone asked Odie to do the blessing. It was like waiting on the Sunday chicken when the guy won't hush. Odie went on, and everybody's. I was seeing everybody going.
We had a lot to pray for.
30 minutes later, Odie concluded his.
I started to make a speech at his birthday too, but I feel like everybody was already tired of listening to me talk.
You didn't hear my stomach growling?
Mine was too. Rawr. I spoke fast. Everybody says, "Well, you're sure not a Baptist preacher."
But we did have a good time there, and a big surprise for Chief Deputy Barry White. He had no idea that he was going to get a surprise birthday party Saturday night. I think he was caught off guard.
Yeah, and we got him. He danced with a deer.
I heard about that. I'm not even going to say what the deer was doing, but he did dance with a deer.
And deer danced with him too.
That's correct.
That's right, Bob. Methodist.
There you are. Coming up, well, let's go ahead and talk about this. Fire last night in the early morning hours. Marion, Mississippi is where all of this happened. Let's pull up some pictures here, Odie, and then we'll show some video. Look at this. Now, the top floor is totally destroyed. Someone was in the apartment below. The top floor was vacant. They were able to all get out. Someone lived here, and this apartment here was vacant. Totally destroyed.
Are duplexes.
Correct. And they fought this. And let's show some video of this. I've also got video from the fire. Let's pull this up where everybody can see it and hit play here as fire trucks are on scene. And we have to say a big thank you to engine number 5 from City of Meridian showing up. We had a little bit of everyone that came out to assist with this. Sam Dale brought in a water truck. We had Northeast, Russell.
Northeast, Marion. A lot of departments. And that's why we're always asking, go out and support these guys. These guys woke up in the middle of the night. And half of them's got to be at work this morning.
About 7 o'clock, about right now.
Yeah, and they just got through fighting a fire. And here's the key word. They fought this fire for free.
Yes, sir.
Man, these guys right here, go by and help them. When you see their doors open and there's something going on in the fire department, go by there. you get something for. I mean, we had chicken this weekend.
Yes, sir.
And it was good.
I'm telling you, we'll talk about Martin Day on the way. Scotty Ray and Odie, it's Monday. Welcome to April Fool's Day.
The Preserve at Meridian is the premier senior living community in the Meridian area, offering independent living cottages, assisted living, and maintain their independence and pursue an engaging lifestyle with a robust activities calendar, personalized care programs, wellness activities, restaurant-style dining, and much more. Call or visit us online today at preserveatmeridian.com to schedule your personal tour.
Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs, your local pharmacy and gift shop, thanks you for your continued support. Whether you shop with us in-store, through our app, over the phone, or in our drive-thru, our team will provide the best personalized customer service experience you expect from your local pharmacy. When you call or message us, you are promptly greeted by the Mr. Discount team that's ready to help. When you choose our pharmacy, you're choosing a locally owned pharmacy that cares about you and your community. Collinsville, Mr. Discount Drugs makes a difference.
H&H Residential of Meridian is your #1 carpet and flooring store. If you've been thinking of a new look for your home or office, call for a free estimate or consultation. H&H can install or you can do it yourself. H&H has all of your design needs from color, style, and texture. If you can dream it, H&H can make it a reality. Come see the large selection of hardwood flooring, laminate, vinyl, and even carpet. H&H Residential of Meridian, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 4, 321 Hawkins Crossing Road. Call Rosemary anytime, 601-462-9541.
And welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray along with Odie. It is April Fool's Day, Monday. A nice 67 outside as we wait for 84. Now, let's talk about something that's going to be kind of not so great there, Odie.
Yes, of course, it's bringing it in.
We've got a level 2 for Kemper County and northward tomorrow. Now, here in Meridian, let's just pull this up. As you'll see, all this dark green is a level 1. Anything that's a yellow is a level 2. And then when we get to extreme northeastern Mississippi, we move into that level 3. And this will go through Nashville, all the way through Kentucky, Bowling Green, all the way just shy of reaching Columbus. Dayton, up in this area here of Ohio, as you'll see there, Charleston, West Virginia, all this area yesterday was a level 3, but it's moved south and leaving that at a level 2. So Louisville, those areas there, Bowling Green, y'all be ready. Murfreesboro, it's going to be pretty tough weather tomorrow as this comes about. Let's zoom in here of what we got and turn on some locations, Odie, and show just how this is going to work. As you'll see here, the Ralph Morgan Rodeo is the line across NAS Meridian in northern Lauderdale County. Sam Dale falls under that level 2. And then right over here, House, Mississippi, all of y'all under this level 2. And again, the weather doesn't know where the imaginary line is, but it could be rough in all of those places. Should be 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. At least it's not after 10 p.m.
Yeah, and that's one reason that weather is so dangerous in our area is because of the timing of it. It's always at night. You see, yes, we get some storms during the day, but the majority of our storms, tornado threats, that's in the middle of the night. So we've always got to stay on the know. We've got to know what's going on. We got to know what our plans are, and you got to make sure that you follow Scotty Ray, so you'll know when he's going live on these weather, so you can sit here and stay in tune with what's going on. And I know there was a deal with Facebook, and they had to redo some things. So if someone's following, they probably need to go back and redo that.
Definitely do that, and we'll go over that here in a minute and show you how to adjust yours to make sure you're getting the news feed.
Yeah.
You see here, if I can, let's just pull up. See the Evangel. We'll pull up the Evangel Temple here and show here just for example. Matter of fact, did you see that yesterday we started carrying their services?
Yes. So look, y'all pay attention to Scotty Ray Report to get a little bit more of your Jesus in you.
All right, here it is, and if you're following this, go to where it says you are following. You'll click it. You can do this on your cell phone or not. This is set at default. This is where it automatically goes when you follow someone. If you will follow this and change this to favorites right there and then update it, it will make it a top priority on your news feed. Every time that you log in, you'll be able to see it.
Yeah.
If you follow a lot of accounts, you might not even see it if you don't do that. So something to do. Take care of to make sure you're getting the very latest.
Shirley Faye, Ballard Reed, brother's having surgery this morning.
Prayer.
So we keep him in our prayer.
A new way of checking to see if you got any oil leaks is just go ahead and flip it over and take a look.
Oh, I thought they were looking to see if the Catalytic converter was still there.
It's still there.
Oh, yeah.
But they had to flip it over back quick.
Yeah, it was just somebody
Easy
make it easy.
access. What are we looking at here? Boy, there was an accident as we had a high-speed pursuit this weekend. Lauderdale County and also the Meridian Police Department had a little, well, is the word run-in, so to speak?
Well, yeah, they ran in.
Yes, sir. Here it is. Here's the patrol car that was struck, along with the sheriff's car that was struck. As we look here, that's a different angle of it, upside down in the front yard. Now, again, I want to remind you, the puppy dog was okay.
That's good.
He did get up and go, what's this about?
Yeah, what'd y'all wake me up for?
Being sucked up on Lewis
Roll
record.
back.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here in this back seat trying to sleep.
And
You're already driving fast.
Sheriff Ward Calhoun did give us an update on this. And I'll tell you what I said and then what we got from him. Sheriff Ward Calhoun said last night, approximately at 11 p.m., a Lauderdale County Sheriff's Deputy patrol car, while attempting to assist the Meridian Police Department during a vehicle pursuit, was involved in a collision with a Meridian Police Department patrol car, 29th Avenue and 18th Street. The deputy sustained minor injuries and was treated at a local emergency room and released. The Mississippi Highway Patrol conducted the investigation, and they're still investigating the crash. As I put it in this, they attempted to stop a Mercedes-Benz. It just kept rolling through red lights all over Meridian, and the chase went. And as we had that crash there, the car would get on I-20, head toward Newton, get off at Hickory, come back to Meridian, circle back, and then go back. And then at that point, the chase was called off due to safety concerns. The Mercedes got away, no tag on it whatsoever. To my knowledge, it hasn't been called. We'll check on that today. It's hard to catch a car that doesn't have a tag or a very, very big.
Yeah, because you can take a picture of a tag and track down where it's registered to. Number one, is that the right tag? Number two, is that a stolen vehicle or someone got it when they're not supposed to? Was it the owner driving?
Right.
A lot of questions of why you continue to chase these vehicles. Number one, they broke the law. The law is stop them, and the right thing to do is stop, pull over, and find out what the law is wanting behind you instead of you putting. The law didn't put everybody at danger. These people here,
That's correct,
put the public in danger.
And I left out a big detail there I forgot to pass along, Odie. As they were approaching B Street and 18th Avenue, the backseat person decided, I want out of here.
Oh, well, he jumped.
Jumped out the car and took off on foot.
Yeah, y'all can have this.
The pursuit continued, and the person on foot did get away also.
Bob said, it's not illegal to not have a tag. It's the tag's fault.
It is. You're right. I should have thought about that.
Yeah.
We do have charges in Lauderdale County, and let's look at this. There was a lot of talk and a lot of, I guess you call them lazy boy
Armchair quarterback.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And this one here. As we pull up the story of the big standoff, Odie, that we had this week, there's been charges brought, and they are kidnapping charges. As we go here to the report.com to check it all out here, the Meridian Police Department have filed charges against the man involved in the hostage incident on Thursday. Gary L. Abrams, he's 41, has been charged with 2 counts of kidnapping for the hostage incident at Landmark Apartments. He was given no bond, and that's pretty serious when you don't get bond on that. And of course, the chief thanked all the agencies there that came out and helped during this. And it was quite the, as we all remember, it was something to watch unfold there that night.
You know, you say that you would do something this way, and you never really know, but no matter what the situation inside with the 2 adults, the child is what led the actions and the way that they went about this. It's 100%. You've got to remain vigilant that that child and the safety of that child is number one.
It was very cool to see the sheriff's department and SWAT team come running out with a blanket around that child.
Yes.
Safety. No one was hurt. It was an over the top perfect training exercise that went well, and we appreciate everybody that was involved in all of that. On the way, we're going to go to Neshoba County. Things were not quite, and we expect charges, the official charges, to come out today. We'll tell you about that next, won't we, Odie?
That's it.
At the Back Porch, we're bringing families back together for fun, food, and all the things you love to enjoy around your home. Every event starts with a great grill, great cookware, and accessories. Add in some locally sourced meat and dairy, along with frozen vegetables and casseroles, and over 500 brands of spices and sauces. Relax in our chairs, swings, day beds, and have fun with our cornhole boards. From coolers to trailers, we have everything you need. When you see the big chair, you've made it to the Back Porch.
Our local headlines are brought to you by the Rock House Gun and Pawn.
Downtown Meridian is thriving with a fresh look, and now it's getting a new neighbor. Toyota of Meridian is now open under new hometown leadership. We're bringing automotive knowledge and experience home with a focus on improved customer satisfaction and all new pricing. Toyota of Meridian is excited to serve the Queen City and exceed your expectations.
I'm Trinard Rush, and I want to invite you to Toyota Meridian, where hometown pride drives excellence.
Welcome back. Don't we have some birthdays and
Yeah,
stuff
we've
rolling
got
in?
a couple that's come in. Tony and Barbara Cullum celebrating 40 years of wedding bliss. Phil McCracken, 54 years old. Audrey Welburn, 9 years old today. And Kenny and Amber Robinson celebrating 18th anniversary.
Boy,
And
that's
I
a
got
toughie.
I got a question.
Okay.
Why would you get married on April Fool's? Is it so if you decide that this didn't work out, you can go back and say, look, I didn't mean that. It was April Fool's.
Good point there.
But hey, I was just curious.
April
But, happy
1st.
anniversary and happy birthday.
Hope it's a good one there for
Get
you.
y'all's in. We got a cup that we're going to give away from Hyundai of Meridian Scotty Ray Report coffee mug. The only way you can get it is to be a winner on our birthday anniversary deal. So, hey, come on.
Yeah, let's see. Uh-oh. I ain't touching it. I got a text from Clayton Cobbler, and I ain't looking.
Yeah, it ain't true.
It ain't, no, ain't nothing on that true. Clayton, just stay away.
All right, so any idea on skies during the eclipse? How is it a week off?
I know it's a week off.
I think it's going to be fairly clear so far right now. So I think that we're not going to get total dark. We'll get a good bit of it, but I think it'll be clear enough we can see.
Is it Austin, Texas, where they're lining up to go and rent?
It's all the way out to the East Coast, and then there's somewhere else that, like, hotel rooms have tripled in cost because people's taking vacation to go spend 8 hours in the dark.
Yeah. I'm probably going to sleep through this if it's at dark. Is it during the day or?
Well, yes, during the day. Remember, it's the sun is out and the moon crosses it.
What is the best? I've got to do some research on this.
So the best place is going to be, I don't know, from Arkansas, Texas, Arkansas, on around. We need to do something. If y'all want to get married, if you're engaged now, and you want to get married on an eclipse day, holler at us. We might try and come up with something and do a big Scotty Ray and Odie marriage deal.
Yeah.
And get y'all married. You can get married from the Scotty Ray and Odie show.
They tell him he's legally can do all of this.
We can legally does it.
I'm gonna have to look up the exact timing of that. I couldn't find a quick answer
And
to it.
that would be pretty cool to be. You can go back and say, I got married during the eclipse by Scotty Ray and Odie. I'm just telling y'all, that's not a bad little deal.
Odie's weddings, and it's going to be like Las Vegas before long. You'll dress like Elvis for you.
Are you ready to get married?
Hubba, hubba, hubba.
Hubba, hubba, hubba.
As we move on to Neshoba County, as we mentioned, there was a shooting this weekend, a pretty drastic one. There's 3 people were shot, Odie. And as we go here, this is the scene of what everything looked like in Neshoba County. Now, this is as far as you can get in Neshoba County, within a half a mile from the Leake County line. As we look at this, deputies were on scene. The sheriff was on scene. As we had neighbors that didn't get along. And before long, it was a dispute. The brother and sister were shot by 9mm, and the neighbor shot by a shotgun. Now, the investigation continues, and we expect to see the charges today. And, you could even have attempted murder attached to this. We haven't gotten the charges yet. We wait to see what the Neshoba County Sheriff is going to do with this. But as we pull up there, as you can read the script of what went on here, County Road 402, again, near the Leake County line. 3 people were shot. 2 were airlifted to Jackson. Another was taken to a local hospital. I know that 2 of these have already gotten out of the hospital since then. Brother and sister were involved, and a neighbor. Ongoing investigation as we will find out more about this. This could have been very deadly. As I was in the background with all of this, it was hulls everywhere. Major shootout there in Neshoba County. Fortunately, no one has passed away. We'll find out more today on that. So stay with us, and we'll get that information along to you as quickly as possible. Now let's go to Clarke County. As we've talked about Clarke County, an accident happened there over the weekend. As we get our first picture from this, and let's go this. This was at County Road 266 and Highway 45. You see a FedEx truck involved. Well, let's go over to our friends at Clarke County Hot Topics and get a closer look at this. This is major, major damage as we look at this.
Wow. Yeah.
I'm thinking your package is going to be a little bit slow to get there.
Yeah, you didn't get them Friday. Wow.
I know that on the scene, one person had a broke leg. No deaths involved, but man, what a wreck. This was major.
And, y'all, if you travel 45 back and forth, you have got to be extremely careful. We're getting in the time that people are constantly coming through our area headed south to the beach. And it's just going to be a whole lot more traffic than what we're used to coming back into the summer months. Man, it's terrible.
That could have been totally different there. So we watched this. And anytime, we got a little bit of fog this morning. Watch that crossing these 4 lanes trying to get to that middle lane.
Yeah, especially the ones, that are offset.
Yes.
And it's not real easy to see. Man.
That's what we had happen in Clarke County over the weekend. We did have some gunfire in the 6500 block. Let's pull this up here. This is the 6500 block of Poplar Springs Loop, barely into the county as we look at this out on Poplar Springs Drive there. No injury, but it was told to me that somebody drove through with a weapon hanging out the window going bang, bang, and a bang, bang.
Wow.
Love to do that for some reason.
Yeah. That's your enjoyment?
Yeah. Now, I don't have all the story on this, but we do know that there was an accident on Old Marion Road over the weekend. As we'll pull up this picture here, a Charger off in the bushes there. As you get a little bit closer on that, yep, that's a spotlight there. It looks like it's a government vehicle.
Ruh-roh, Raggy.
That's what I'm thinking. Wasn't from Meridian or anything like that.
That's good.
On the way, we've got some great things that are going to be coming up in the community before we know it. Sip and Savor right around the corner.
Man, I mean, it's getting real close. Always a big thing for downtown Meridian.
Also, a car show that's coming. We got all the details of all of this. Can you believe April? I am still in shock of April.
April 4, the 4th month. Here we are, starting the second quarter. Golly.
We'll be right back. Scotty Ray and Odie, put a smile on.
Battery power made by steel. Right now, save $50 on select AK System battery tool sets. Real steel. Find yours.
Advanced Auto Glass by Joey can handle all your windshield repair and replacement needs. Service work is guaranteed and covered by warranty. Our technicians are professional, auto glass trained, and have over 100 years of combined experience. Advanced Auto Glass by Joey utilizes in-house calibrations for vehicle safety systems. Most insurances are accepted, and reliable mobile service is available in surrounding areas. Keep cars cool and secure with custom tinting, side mirror replacement, and AquaPal windshield wipers. There's one clear choice in auto glass repair. Advanced Auto Glass by Joey.
It's us this is again, and dadgummit.
Somebody done got Odie.
Clayton, we're not going to say no.
I don't think one of Odie's birthdays is correct.
Oh, dang it, Clayton.
It's when somebody calls and says, "Is Elefante there?" Probably shouldn't go ask for Miss Elephant. Y'all know that happens.
Oh, man, if you've lost something, Helen Waite's got it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's got it on you there.
Your hippopotamus is in my swimming pool.
Do you remember Alabama having that big song, 40-Hour Week for a Living? Just bring it on down the line.
Yep.
Well, it was 1926 that all of that began on this day. It was a guy named Ford that invented that. Only after there was complaints. You all know how that worked out. Pinkerton's men, the whole 9 yards. Have you ever watched that series of the men that built America?
The men who built America.
Interesting stuff.
Yeah, I mean, assembly line.
There you go. It began today in 1926. Ford did it there on the assembly line as they came on down.
Yeah. And do you know, that was back where you had companies that were competing.
Yeah.
And they had to get people to come to work for them. And Ford and Chevrolet, they're trying to look. Ford wants the best people, and Chevy wants the best people, and that's where one of them says, "Ooh, you know what? I'm not going to give them this overextended pay, but what I am going to do is say, hey, I tell you what, if you come to work for me at X amount of dollars, I'll throw in health insurance." Oh, okay. So now they got more people, and companies had to come out with different ways to do that. And I guess where I'm going is health insurance is not a right. It's not something that you're automatically going to get. That is a benefit you get from work.
Careful with that word, Odie. Careful.
It is a benefit. And if you don't, then go buy it. But it's not for all of us to provide that.
Then come along the unions and nobody worked anymore. Time to go on strike.
And nowadays in time, I know, I got a lot of friends out there in the union. But anyway.
Well, we know how it's
not my choice.
Some are good, some are bad. It started out as a good thing. They did need representation.
Yeah, they did. Yes, they did.
Nowadays, it just seems that you can't even, like I know of places where somebody can't plug in a cord because it's against,
You know, and what was that, Washington State or something? You can't pump your own gas.
I don't know about this one.
Yeah, there ain't no self-serve over there. It's full service. You can't even pump your own dadgum gas.
I ain't never heard of such.
Me neither.
Where?
That's crazy. Washington State or Oregon, one of them.
Are you sure this isn't pull my finger type joke?
No, that's not one of these April 1st deals. You can't pump. You got to go through training to pump gas.
You mean as in?
In your automobile. You can't drive up to a self-serve.
You mean each person?
Station.
How are they funding the? Odie, we got to do some research on this.
Yeah, there's no self-serve gas pumps up there. Unless they've changed the law, and now it's in Jersey. Yeah, you pull up, you cannot pump your own gas.
Who pumps it?
It's a full-service gas station.
Well, wouldn't
you
that
got
be
attendance?
Wouldn't that be good?
Well, not when it's turned
around. You remember Goober? He'd come out and wipe your windshield.
Yeah, but that was back when we had full service here.
I remember those.
And it was like, what, 4 or 5 cents a gallon more expensive?
But y'all are serious?
Yeah, you cannot pump it. You have to have somebody that works. It's a full-service gas station.
Well, I didn't know all that. This first thing on this guy, I knew all about it. Little did I know that he would grow up later to replace the original Maytag repairman and be lonely for the rest of his life. But we all remember that wonderful day that he come up with that great promotion to give away some turkeys.
As God is my witness, I thought turkeys could fly.
Gordon Jump was born on this date. Mr. Carlson.
A name like Jump, you just threw turkeys out there.
WKRP in Cincinnati, probably the most talked about episode that there ever was in television. I just, Les Nessman live on the scene. They wouldn't let him in.
What is it?
I see. Oh my gosh. And Johnny Fever just left it live. He never cut away.
No, he did.
That was funny. But I did not know that he ended up replacing and being the Maytag repairman. I see it now looking at the picture.
Yeah.
But he replaced the original guy when they made that comeback with that. Debbie Reynolds. Anybody remember that name? Well, she was born in 1932. Ooh. Singing in the Rain was her big claim to fame there. I'm sure she done some other things, but that was a big one for her there. Was it Fred Astaire that was in that with her?
I think so.
Mr. Dancing Man?
Singing in the rain.
I'm not going to lie. It didn't do a lot for me, and I never watched it. I've seen the one scene where they grabbed the light pole and swung around, and I thought, yep, don't want to see that.
That's because it was on a commercial.
That may be. Jim Ed Brown, along with Helen Cornelius, we've heard that name. The three Browns, you've heard that somewhere in your life. But Jim Ed was born on this day back in 1934.
Oh, it was Gene Kelly.
Gene Kelly?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, well, I was close. Well, I did miss that. Gene Kelly. Huh. Thanks for pointing that out. Thank y'all. Y'all are sharp. 1967, it would open. Nashville, Tennessee. We've all made that trip up there to check it out as the Country Music Hall of Fame opened for business today. Pretty big deal there. It's humongous now. They've been adding on to it each year, adding to it.
I hadn't been there.
It's nice. Elvis's gold limousine is in there. Hank's outfit. There's a little bit of everything.
I'm going to go check that out.
It's fun. You would enjoy it. You can spend most of the day there. It would be the end of an era today in 68, and the reason the show ended, he felt that he could do no more with the character. He had done every scenario in his mind that he felt he could do with it. But it would be almost like a plague. It'd be a little bit before he would get another role.
For a major role, yeah.
The Andy Griffith Show ended today in 1968.
And then Opie came along to direct some of the best films in Hollywood.
He did.
But, man, and I still, yesterday afternoon, I was kind of working around the house a little bit. And what did I have on? Matlock, my 24-hour Pluto channel.
Hard to beat on Matlock, isn't it?
Man, it is.
He was kind of like a Barry White.
He was
conservative. Is that the way when it comes to spending?
Yeah. Yeah. Now, he wasn't quite as. He was cheap, but he's not as cheap as Barry White is. but that's. I mean, Barry's so cheap that he won't get enough food for more than one donkey.
Bless
That's
it.
why he doesn't have two. That's why he sold his cows, because he didn't want to feed them.
1976, Steve Jobs founded Apple Computer in his parents' garage. As we say, the rest is history from there, is what he done.
You know, we got a story similar to that right here locally.
Who is that with a garage?
Peavy Electronics.
Yeah, you're right.
Hartley Peavy did his first amplifier in the basement of his parents' house. Is that what it was?
I believe so. Salute to you.
Yeah. Man, I told everybody working from home was a good idea. Mom and Daddy kicked me out of the house, so who knows where I would have been.
1978, I'd have to say the best thing that he ever done was Elf. His TV shows, I guess they were dry comedy that just didn't pull me in. Now, Daryl and his other brother, Daryl, were funny as they were special guests on his show, but everything was just dry.
I thought you was going to say the best thing about the show was the last episode.
The Bob Newhart Show ended today in 1978. But he would go on to have the end and have Larry and Daryl and his other brother Daryl come visit. And the handy repairman that wore the flannel all the time was pretty funny.
Yeah.
But Bob was real flat. Is that the way to put it?
Yeah, dry and monologued. Yeah.
1978, one of my most favorite songs that Waylon Jennings ever recorded, happened today. Don't you think this outlaw bit's done got out of hand? Someone called us outlaws in some old magazine. Oof. As the cops kicked in the back door and came in. Great song. True song written from an experience of getting arrested, going to jail.
Whew. Uh-oh, I'm getting a correction. Donald says it was a Black Widow speaker. I thought his first thing with Peavy's was the amplifier. I know they make the Black Widow speaker, but I'm not sure what come first. But I thought it was
Well, call Hartley and ask him. So what'd you do?
Well, I don't want to call him during the show. He's probably enjoying coffee.
There you go. 1984 was tragedy today. We would wake up in 1984 to realize that Marvin Gaye had been killed by his father in a dispute. We hate that happen. Marvin Gaye there's no telling where he would have been at this point in his career had that not happened. Marvin Gaye, one of the best there ever was there. I heard it through the grapevine. How many times have you heard that in your life?
Wow. Yep.
Well, we bring this up just for mention because we do realize they're big. We may not listen to them, but hey, we give it a little exception there, disclaimer there, because I can't listen to it. But Hillary Scott of Lady Antebellum, or the new redefined name, Lady A, has a birthday today.
And that's what I got a problem with. They changed their name to Lady A.
Stole it from somebody else.
And there was a singer that went by Lady A.
Sure was.
And she had been using Lady A. But since Lady Antebellum has so much money,
they won.
Took her to court, and she couldn't fight it because the Lady A didn't have the money to do all that. So, no, I don't care nothing about listening to you.
Because they were trying to say that they felt that name was racist. Am I right?
Yeah, well, you shouldn't have named yourself that from the first place if that's what you thought.
Yeah, because I don't think that was by any stretch of the imagination was the true.
You should have changed your name to Big Dummy for all I care.
I remember the day the first time I ever heard this. She packed up her things and drove away. Baby's gotten good at goodbye. Do y'all remember George Strait and this song? I remember the video to it. The old girl with the cowboy hat on and the saddle, and she loads all that stuff in the back of that 60-something Chevrolet car and drives away, and she didn't pay him no attention.
Wow.
I felt for George all night after watching that video. That was really in the beginning days of videos. It was good.
Yeah.
As we go back to 1992, and there would be video, they filmed the video to this song, and as they went back to the editing room, it was blank. Was it a ghost? What happened there that night in Montgomery? But I remember the story of all of that going down. They had to go back and reshoot the entire part from the cemetery. But it was today that Midnight in Montgomery was released to radio.
Yeah.
Hank's grave is where it all took place out there. And it disappeared. I've never actually asked Alan himself of, did somebody hype that a little bit? I don't know. But that was what was put out, that it was missing.
I mean, your connection with him, you ought to call him after the show, see what he has to say.
Marty, tell us the true story. Marty Gamlin's probably up and at 'em today. This guy done, what was it, Falcon Crest or something?
One of them.
Yeah, I didn't watch it, but I know that he was big into that show. Anybody remember John Forsythe? He passed away today back in 2010. Seemed like he also might have sold you some health insurance or some gold coins. Reverse mortgage or something. Seems like that.
Yeah,
Let's see here.
That reverse mortgage, stay away from that.
Yeah, that's mean.
In my eyes, my opinion.
Yeah, some people want to do it. That's up to you if you want to. But Scotty Ray and Odie, sell it to a cousin.
You'll be better off in the long run.
Yeah. 2022, we would lose the guy that brought us Wolf Creek Pass, and, well, he'd sing about what happened on the dark of the 6th of June.
Oh, the 6th of June.
Yeah, it was a convoy going across America as we lost C.W. McCall, the guy that brought you Roses for Mama.
Now, I know Chris Alverson wrote that song, but I thought he sang it. But McCall sang?
Oh, yeah, C.W. McCall. I'm not sure who wrote it, and he may have wrote it. Chris starred in the movie. I'd have to look up who wrote it, but C.W. McCall was that voice. And, he would, when he was on Hee Haw, he brought along his bass station and set it on the stool, and that opening remark, how about it, Pigpen?
Yep.
It's clean all the way to Flagstaff. And then that music would start. You better back on off. Them hogs are getting to us up here.
Yeah, but that was a good movie. I had to go back and watch it. It's been a while.
Yeah, he wasn't about to pay no dime. And I don't have no dime, and they crashed the gate doing 98. And, man, that was a good song. I really enjoyed that. C.W. McCall. But if you've never heard, as we approach Mother's Day, Roses for Mama, do you know the song I'm talking about?
Roses for Mama.
He got a vacation. He's driving across the United States, and he decides it's Mother's Day weekend, and he decides he's going to send his mama some roses. He feels pretty good about himself. He walks into the flower shop, and he's standing in line, and there's a little boy in front of him that doesn't have enough money to buy flowers for his mama.
Yes, I remember the song.
So he reaches in his pocket and he says, I'll take care of that.
Yeah.
Then he discovers that the little boy's mama is deceased. And then he turns around and goes back in and he goes, hold that order. I'll just take those flowers to my mama myself. Woo! If that don't bring a tear to a glass eye. Serious stuff.
John Forsythe was the voice of Charlie on Charlie's Angels.
Sure was. Forgot about that.
Check that out. Yep.
Let them truckers roll. That's right.
Bob knew it. I'll just take them with me.
Man, that was really, if that don't touch your heart, there's nothing in this. And that's why I always push country music, because it had a story, a meaning.
Yeah.
And somewhere along the way, we've really lost that. Now, Beyonce has the number one album, broke all records in country music. Now, again, I'm proud for her. Is what we hear on the radio today country? No. Absolutely not. She's done good in whatever they call country now, but it's not really country. But congratulations.
Okay.
It is huge. Number one. It is like...
I didn't even know it come out.
Yep. It's her with American flag riding a horse backwards is the cover of it. I've listened to one...
Oh, I saw the picture.
I listened to one song from the album, and she has a great voice, but it had cussing in it. And...
no, that's not.
I just, and don't get me wrong, there's been little small words in country all along, but...
Yeah, don't give a flip, stuff like that.
Yeah, and she took it a step forward. But again, what we have now is not really country music. I'd call it what you want. You can sugarcoat it. It is what it is, but it ain't country. Scotty Ray and Odie, We'll be right back.
Fantasy Cottage Floral and Gifts is located in downtown Quitman, directly across the street from the post office. They are your one-stop shop for all of your floral, a fully stocked gift shop to roses, mixed flower arrangements, and plants. Whether it be a special occasion or just because, remember them in your time of need for all of your funeral floral arrangements. Call on Fantasy Cottage Floral and Gifts at 601-776-3010.
Your next appliance is waiting on you at All Temp Appliance and Refrigeration on Highway 19 North. If you've been trying to locate a freezer, drop by and see their big selection of upright and chest freezers. A showroom full of stoves, gas, and electric. Maybe it's a new refrigerator from large double doors to the simplest of refrigerators. Name brand washers and dryers like Speed Queen, Amana, and delivery is available. With a great service department to back up what they sell. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 p.m. and by appointment after hours and weekends. Summertime has arrived, and Freeman Tractor on Highway 494 has the exact lawnmower for your need. If you've got a big yard with acres and acres to mow, they have a mower for that. No matter the size yard you have, Freeman Tractor has the lawnmower that fits you and your budget. From 48-inch all the way up to 60, or the X-Mark lawnmower. Plenty of these to choose from. Also, they carry a complete line of LS tractors. Come by for a test drive today. Financing available. Drop in today to Freeman Tractor, Highway 494, see coleslaw or buttermilk. Welcome back. Don't forget, Saturday, a lot of events are going to be taking place, Sip and Savor, and then also we'll have another great car show coming up at the Precast Group just outside of Meridian in the Clarkdale community.
Yeah, right there off of Highway 145.
Correct. Yep. Registration begins at 9 o'clock. It's going to be a full day. I was there last year. It's big. I hope you'll come out and enjoy that. If you've got a classic vehicle, get in touch with us. We'll pass along a telephone number for you to call. Now, another big thing that happened this weekend was...
Oh, man, Martin Day.
Let's just take a look at what we saw there. Now, whose Corvette is this?
That is Patrick Kirby.
Kirby's, boy, that car is something else. The girls love the car.
They thought it was your car. That's why they come over.
It was a lot of folks as we came out. So many people to meet and hang out with as we were there. And arts and crafts. And we get into that. Boy, the trucks.
Man.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
That's a 59 Chevrolet.
Oof.
You'll see that also, I think, coming up this weekend as we go here. Lots of them there. Well, that's what, a 76 Ford truck?
Somewhere around in there, yeah.
Yeah, boy. I remember when you could have bought them for a little bit of anything. Now?
They didn't even come with a bumper. You had to buy extra.
Yeah. Well, there's Justin Watt's car. That's nice. And it just goes on and on of the beautiful cars that were out. We saw Ward Calhoun there. He was out eating, partaking of the chicken.
It was, I tell you what, there was a lot of people there. We stood in line for a while because of the amount of people who came out and supported Martin. And just thank y'all to everyone that did this. Thank y'all for going out and supporting that fire department and helping them be more prepared to help you. Martin is not just the fire department for Martin. Martin is also a fire department for Sugalena, Bailey, Lost Gap, any fire department across the county. There's times they've been called all the way across the county. So every fire department has their home community, but they respond anywhere in Lauderdale County. And that's why, just because you live in Southeast doesn't mean that you shouldn't go support Marion. Doesn't mean you shouldn't go support Martin.
Odie holding discussions.
Well, look at there.
Trying to get the
I had
chicken.
my chicken in the bag.
It was huge.
Really was.
We can't say a thank you enough for letting us coming out and being a part of what went on there, because it was fun. I enjoyed it. Listen, where was I? And I knew nothing about this. The Easter egg drop in Decatur, Mississippi. Do you know about this?
The helicopter?
Out of the helicopter. Did you know
Why
about
wasn't
that?
I riding in the helicopter?
Let's just pull this up here and blow this up where you can see this. The helicopter comes in. I guess this is an annual event, Odie. It's going to be kind of loud for a second. Have you ever seen that done?
Well, I think that's a lazy way to hide them.
I didn't know that happened. So I have been enlightened about the big chicken drop. I mean, Easter egg drop.
Well, it come from a chicken.
Yeah, that it did. But a neat story there.
Yeah,
So
it really is.
we'll have to dig into that again. What is this, Odie?
I'll tell you what, that dadgum Ree-Ann, she's done got her a turkey.
That's a
Not
nice
Greg, that's an actual turkey.
one. An actual turkey. I had another one come in this morning. I wanted to show this one too. Turkey season has kicked off, and boy, it's turning out big for everybody. Here we go. Here's another little youngster here. Let me blow this up where everybody can see this. Right there. Cole
Nice
Newell
looking.
got his too.
Man, that's a nice looking little bird.
So it's turkey season off to a great start there.
Yeah, I tell you that Ree-Ann, she's a hunter now. She gets the deer, the turkey. She does it all.
Yeah, a lot of fun there.
Greg can't hit them, so she might as well.
Yeah, he's going to get you. Friday, you just watch.
Yeah. We'll ask him how many he shot and how many he shot at.
You know, there's something, and I'm just not a big turkey hunter. I know there's a lot of people. Something about crawling around on your belly and bumping into a snake this time of year that makes me go, yeah, I don't want to do that.
No, ain't that important. Nope.
But careful, if you ever go, you can get addicted to it. It's contagious. You'll be wanting to go back again and again and again. So we're just warning you to be careful of what you wish for.
It's almost as hard as shooting a chicken. And
oh, you had to go and bring that up, didn't you? Been talking to my wife again, had you? Feathers. We had a chicken attack. And I had to dispose of a chicken once. And every time it would go, it'd just be feathers. Boom.
And he's still strutting his stuff.
Boom. Downright,
Oh, man.
Downright embarrassing.
For you or the chicken?
He was kind of glad. Scotty Ray and Odie, good morning to you.
Spring is finally here, and at Paris Kubota, we currently have just under 500 mowers in stock. Z-Series 42-inch for only $43.99 cash or around $86 a month, and we're offering free delivery and pickup. And did you know for only $4 a month, you can also add a Husqvarna handheld to your deal? Come see us, Meridian. We've moved to our new location, 2401 Jimmy Rogers Parkway. Stop by in and find you one of these great deals.
The Precast Group, offering you the best selection when it comes to a storm shelter. Located on 145 South in Meridian, where they offer above-ground shelters that can be installed in your home as you're built in, are conveniently located right outside your home if it's already built. They also offer storm shelters that can be installed in a slight bank or on flat ground. Protect your family today with a very affordable storm shelter from the Precast Group. Highway 145 South, 601-482-0003. The Precast Group. Rock House Gun and Pawn, located at 5430 Highway 19 North, is ready for spring. From weed eaters to push and riding lawnmowers, and one of the largest selections you'll find in chainsaws, along with power tools and generators for backup power. Maybe you're in the market for a TV or maybe a guitar. And not to mention a large selection of diamond rings and Louis Vuitton purses. The Rock House Gun and Pawn even has a private lobby for your pawns for confidentiality. Visit them today, Highway 19 North, Rock House Gun and Pawn. Scotty Ray and Odie, it is Monday, and again, we want to remind you that Clayton is somewhere out there creeping around on April Fool's Day.
He's already done it. He's already struck.
There's always a prankster in every office, and we just try to give you a heads up that something could happen.
Yeah.
As always. Well, it's not going to end with that. As we look at a few things that are happening around the state over the weekend, early Friday morning, we found out that a pedestrian was struck and killed in Brandon, Mississippi. Condolences to family members of this. It was Highway 471 that happened on. And I don't know how this even, anything is possible. But as we go to Natchez, Mississippi, we see that a person is accused of stabbing someone. Well, you hear that every day.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a little bit more interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
A tire iron is what they use to stab someone. That had to be horrific. But that happened in Natchez, Mississippi over the weekend. Oh boy. A 17-year-old boy is also charged with the murder of a 15-year-old. Why do we even have to talk about stuff like that? I saw that over the weekend also. Do you remember the little girl, the 14-year-old girl from the Jackson, Mississippi area that killed her mother and shot her stepfather?
Yes.
As they dig deeper into this, they've done a huge article on this, and I was reading it, to where often at school she talked about how she did not like her mother and wanted to do this to her mother, and no one took it serious. And now all the kids are going, well, I didn't think she meant that, but she did. So
if you hear something, bring something. My nephew is the assistant principal at Brandon High School. And when they lived, so they just moved into another house a few years ago. But before then, where they lived was right across the street from that house. And he said he didn't think that they lived there then. But this was right across from where they lived. You know, this is a neighborhood that you looked at and you go, that doesn't happen around here.
Right.
It's a nice neighborhood.
And then boom, it does.
And it doesn't matter. But what she did, I've already said on here, full extent of the law. There's no leniency, no nothing.
Yeah.
14 or however old, no sir. She needs to be charged as an adult.
It was murder.
And it was murder. It was cold-blooded murder. And
then
she
waited
went
on
after,
stepfather.
Yep. And went after. This was calculated and no leniency at all.
You're right. Evil is amongst us.
Yes.
And we also have condolences to pass along. We've all heard the song Elvira, the Oak Ridge Boys, leaving Louisiana in the broad daylight. So many different songs. The lead singer, Dwayne Allen, his wife passed away this weekend at the age of 76. As we pull up her picture to remember, that was his wife. That happened. We certainly pass along condolences on this. The 31st is the day that it happened, and sad for them. I think she's had a long illness with this, and bless her. We certainly hate that. So do you think Harry needs to be expelled from the US of A?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I think so, too. There's talk of it. A guy named Trump that says if he were elected, that might happen.
He's not from here. I'll not be here.
He causes a little trouble there everywhere he goes. Now, here's something that really bothers me. As we remember 9/11, a fire department there are being forced to remove stars and stripes honoring the 9/11 victims that died, in your fire department. They're being forced by a Democrat lawmaker who branded them a fascist symbol for having the flag there, remembering those who gave their life for others. This is America, people. We don't need to let things like this happen. Before long, we won't have a country if we let things like that continue.
Let me tell you, there's a brotherhood that you're going to end up getting hurt if you try and separate them, and that's the brotherhood of a fire department. When these guys stand together, you can't knock that wall down. And I'm afraid that he just hit a brick wall up there in New York that he's not sure what to do.
And let me go a step further and show you something else that happened in the United States. As we know, this was Easter weekend, and we all know what come out of the White House this weekend of what they passed. But we go to Mount Juliet, Tennessee for our next story. This is beyond disrespectful, and I'm going to show you the picture of this. Mount Juliet, in front of a church, Sunday morning, Easter Sunday, there was a fire. What was it? A truckload of Bibles or trailer load of Bibles were set fire in front of the church. I have no words to describe what is happening to our country.
I've got some words, but I don't need to say them.
It's disturbing, isn't it, Odie?
It is disturbing. And what's disturbing is we're allowing this crap to take place. And we're not standing up for what's right and what's wrong. And here's the thing. If you don't believe in God and you don't want to worship God, man, cool. If that's you, you do you. But I believe in God and I want to live with Him an everlasting life. Let me do me, because what I do doesn't affect you and what you do doesn't affect me, but that kind of crap does.
And Odie, as we saw, our country was founded on these beliefs.
Yes.
I truly believe that's why we have been so powerful all of these years of that. But mark my word, as we saw things that came out from that January 6th where they opened the doors, there will be a day in the United States to where if you profess to be a Christian, you will be turned over to law enforcement and they will come after you. I truly believe that day is around the corner to where you won't be able to say the name Jesus, and things like that are on down the road.
If I'm wrong, and what did I lose? Nothing. I was happy.
That's right.
But if you're wrong, woo, you think summertime's hot? Wait till you get to where you gonna go.
That's true, Odie. Let's give away a coffee mug this morning. We hadn't done that yet, have we?
We hadn't done that yet. We still got Jewel Fowler's having a birthday today. We've got Sandy Wilkerson's having a birthday today. Wilkinson, I'm sorry. Brittany Harper, 20 years old. Victor Touchstone, Elvin Shepherd, and Shay Scarborough's having birthdays. And so let's get over here. And after Clayton, I'm kind of scared to say people's names. You know.
Who's our winner?
Tony and Barbara Cullum celebrating 40 years of wedding bliss.
Congratulations to you.
And no, that is not an April Fool's.
That's the real
Y'all
thing.
won the actual Hyundai Meridian Scotty Ray coffee mug. And all you got to do is go to Hyundai Meridian and pick that up.
All righty then. It's time for us to go. And each day as we leave here, we always like to leave you with a Bible verse, something that, well, inspires you to do something greater for mankind. What we got today, Odie?
And, you know, Bob said, evil is among us.
It is.
And that goes with today's verse. Put on the full armor of God so that you can take your stand against the devil's schemes. The devil will lie to you. The devil is lying to you. Take heed in Jesus' word. Make your heart clean for him, because he sent his only son to die for us that we have everlasting life. Ask Jesus to come into your heart and change your life forever. We'll be back in about 70... Oh, no, that was the weekend. About 23 hours from now. Until then, have a great day. We love you.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners.